Radhe Mohan, an honest TC working for Indian Railways, sets out to uncover a massive financial fraud by banker Mickey Mehta. As Mickey puts the entire system against Radhe, what lies next for him? The movie starts with Radhe Mohan, a TC who is running away with the oranges. Other people thought that he might have stolen the oranges, but the TC says that he was buying oranges from a woman. After buying the oranges, he gave her 100 rupees. But by the time the train started moving, he picked up the 100 rupees oranges and ran into the train. After hearing this, everyone starts laughing. Here we see that the same train had a passenger named Poonam, who was looking at Radhe Mohan very intently. We find out that 15 years ago, Radhe Mohan's proposal came for Poonam. Poonam liked him too, but later she found out that Radhe had rejected her, saying that the girl's marks in maths are less. For this reason, Poonam was looking at Radhe. He gets down at the station and starts giving his account. Radhe got this job after his father's death. Actually, Radhe wanted to become a CA. After his father, he had to take this job, but he had a lot of interest in accounts. That's why he used to teach children accounts for free. Radhe has been divorced. After the divorce, his son Manu lives with Radhe. A lady named Mona Lisa lives in his neighborhood, who is his son caretaker. At night, when Radhe was checking his bank statement, he sees that 27 rupees were deducted from his account. Seeing this, he decided to complain, because there was no information about why the money was deducted. The next day, Radhe goes to the bank with his son to complain that 27 rupees and 50 paise have been deducted from his account. An employee named Tiwari registers his complaint. Tiwari had to say, "What is the need to complain about 27 rupees and 50 paise? Everyone's time will be wasted for no reason." But Radhe says that this is his hard-earned money. That's why he can't let him go. After which he gives his complaint to Tiwari. Tiwari says that he will give this complaint to his senior. So Radhe has to come after 3 to 4 days. After hearing this, Radhe takes his son and leaves. When he was leaving the bank, then a man kept bothering him to take a credit card again and again, but Radhe refused. When Radhe was leaving the train, he sees Poonam again. He wanted to talk to her, but a man came in between, because of which Radhe was unable to talk to Poonam. Radhe noticed that the man had forgotten his file there. Radhe goes to submit it, but the officer tells him to bring it the next day. At night, Radhe sees the bank statement of that man, which he was taking to the CA. He does all the calculations, by which the man's problem is solved. His colleague Tandon comes to Radhe, says that his CA has gone out somewhere. ITR is the last date to file. He requests Radhe to do his work. Earlier, he was refusing, but when Tandon says that he also has an account in Dubank, then he agrees, after which Radhe comes home and starts doing all the calculations. Here we come to know that even from his account, 125 rupees was cut. The next day, he tells Tandon that he should complain about this, on which Tandon had to say that 125 rupees is only. What is the need to waste time for it? But Radhe explains to him that this is his hard-earned money. He cannot let anyone to take it just like that. But Tandon ignores him and goes. Radhe comes to the bank again, but Tiwari was not giving him any answer, because of which Radhe gets angry and starts fighting with Tiwari. Seeing this, the manager comes out. Radhe tells him that 27 rupees has been deducted from his account. Hearing this, the manager scolds Tiwari, after which the two get into a fight. The manager then fires Tiwari and assures Radhe that he will solve his problem. Radhe returns after 2 days. The manager welcomes him and tells him that 27 rupees has been credited back to his account. Since the bank had made such a big mistake, they gift Radhe a TV, which leaves him quite shocked. But then Radhe notices that Tandon has also received a TV, because 125 rupees was also deducted from Tandon's account. And on Radhe's insistence, he filed a complaint and he also got a TV gift. Now they go to a mall to celebrate. There, Tandon tells him that he got the TV because of Radhe. To this, Radhe replies that it's a big scam. That's why he received such a big TV in exchange for such a small amount. Now Radhe explains to everyone that Dubank has 40,000 customers. If they also do a scam with 20,000 customers and deduct 500 rupees from their account, then how much money will they get? We feel that this is a very small amount, but after collecting, it becomes such a big amount. And maybe such a big scam is going on. A man was recording Radhe's video. His colleagues had to say that even if 500 rupees is deducted from their account, then what is the big issue in this? Why should they waste their time in this? Radhe explains to them, the money that is deducted, there is no tax on it. All this money goes to bank owner. This is black money. All this money goes out of the country, because of which our currency becomes weak and the prices of petrol, diesel, and everything else rise. But Tandon says that he neither owns a car nor a bike and travels only by metro. So why should he care about the price of petrol and diesel? Hearing this, Radhe realizes that people like Tandon will never understand him. After this, we see the owner of Dubank, Mehta, who is very happy. After pulling off such a big scam, he now had 2,000 rupees crores and was enjoying that money. At the same time, it is revealed that Mehta had the support of a politician, which is why he was able to carry out such a massive scam. We see Radhe again, watching as Poonam gets off the train. He follows her, but in the rush, his wallet gets left behind on the train. With no money to return, he borrows 100 rupees from Poonam. After that, he takes her number so he can return the money to her later through phone. Poonam gives him her number, after which they start meeting off. But Radhe still couldn't forget the scam of that bank. That's why he goes to do bank again. Radhe tells the employee that he will definitely take a credit card from him, but in return, he needs a customer's account statement. Hearing this, the employee agrees and brings him the statement, after which Radhe sees all the statements. Then he finds out that almost everyone's account. Such a scam was done. Radhe goes to the police to file a complaint, but the police were involved with Mehta. That's why he does not write Radhe's complaint, after which Radhe files a court case. Now as Mehta finds out about this, he gets very angry. The same manager of Do Bang explains to Mehta. When Radhe had filed his complaint, he later saw the matter being shown on TV and then quietly settled. After this, we see Mehta, who calls the politician Dayal and asks him to manage everything. Soon after, Mehta hands over money to a police officer. He tells the officer to trouble Radhe. After that, the police officer calls Radhe to the station and starts questioning him about where he got all those statements from. But Radhe doesn't reveal anything. The police continue interrogating him as if he himself had done some scam. Just then, Poonam arrives there. Seeing her, Radhe is completely shocked because until now, he had no idea that Poonam was a police officer. Poonam tells Radhe that even though they already know each other, she is in charge of this case, so he will have to stay professional. Radhe then tells Poonam that he has uncovered a huge scam. Poonam asks him the same question, that where did he get all those statements from? But Radhe is not ready to answer. All he says is that she should check those accounts. He will understand all the problems. After this, we see Mehta, who finds out that the credit card guy had stolen all those statements and given them to Radhe. Mehta wanted to kill him, but Dayal comes and stops him. Dayal tells him that if he does something like this, the news will spread everywhere and create a much bigger problem. Hearing this, Mehta spares the credit card guy. Dayal then tells Mehta not to worry about Radhe, because the police will teach him such a lesson that Radhe himself will step back. Then we see Radhe, who is out with his son. There, he runs into the credit card guy, who warns him to save both himself and his son. After hearing this, Radhe realizes that his life is also in danger. The bank manager tampers with his bank statement and gives it to the police, making it look like Radhe is the fraud. Poonam also tells Radhe that, according to the statement provided by the manager, no money was ever deducted from his account. Hearing this, Radhe finally understands. Radhe says that the bank has also done a scam with the state. He tells Poonam that there is a list of customers in it, so she should contact them and take their official statements. After seeing those, it will be clear that the bank has committed fraud in its records. Poonam does the same, and people come forward to give their statements. But after this, Poonam declares that Radhe's statement is fake. Hearing this, Radhe becomes angry. Radhe tells Poonam that she is really very weak in maths. Hearing this, Poonam gets angry and reminds him that 15 years ago, he had said the same thing and rejected her. Listening to this, Radhe realizes that it was he who rejected Poonam 15 years ago, and now he begins to think that Poonam is doing all this to take revenge. When Radhe's case goes to court, it gets dismissed there as well. The judge says that Radhe is deliberately troubling the bank. Because of this, Radhe is sentenced to a day in jail. Then Mehta comes to meet him and tells Radhe that he shouldn't get involved in this matter. Mehta says that even if he takes out 50 rupees, it doesn't matter to them, so Radhe should stop worrying about it and focus on his own work. When he comes out of jail, Mehta says he will give him an even bigger TV as a gift. After this, we see Poonam, who is feeling very bad for Radhe. Here we come to know that when Poonam checked the statements, she also discovered that Radhe was telling the truth. But when she told this to her senior, he threatened her to stay quiet. He warned that if she did anything, she could land in trouble. Because of this, Poonam was unable to support Radhe. Poonam calls Radhe, but he doesn't answer her call. After this, we see Radhe, who had sent all the statements to the RBI. The RBI then calls Mehta, which makes him furious. In his anger, Mehta decides that now he will teach Radhe a lesson. Dayal arrives and calms Mehta down, saying that he will handle Radhe. After this, we see Radhe at his house, where people from the municipal corporation arrive and start demolishing it. Radhe is completely shocked to see this, and that is when he comes to know. He finds out that a notice had been given to him yesterday, stating that his house was illegal. But on that notice, a date from 2 months ago was written. Seeing this, Radhe understands that all this was done by Mehta. The next day, when Radhe goes to his office, he learns that an inquiry has been started against him. They claim that Radhe has done a scam of 17 rupees. Until this inquiry is completed, Radhe is suspended. Seeing all this, Radhe understood that it was all done by Mehta. After this, Radhe took his son and sat on a bench. Just then, Mehta arrived and started dancing. He told Radhe that if he hadn't interfered, he would have been living a comfortable life. Mehta then grabbed Manu and ordered Radhe to take off his clothes, saying that because of him, he was very upset. Radhe begins taking off his clothes for the sake of his son. Just then, the same uncles who had recorded Radhe's video in the mall arrive. They question Mehta, asking what he is doing with the child. Their shouting draws a crowd, and because of this, Mehta is forced to let go of Manu. Mehta is forced to leave. The people then bring Radhe to his house and tell him that their accounts are also in Dubank. It turns out that the man who recorded the video had shown it to his CA son. After that, they all realized how the people at Dubank were scamming them, and they decided to support Radhe. Now Radhe understood that he was not alone. The next day, many people started closing their accounts in Dubank. So many accounts were being shut down that the bank itself was on the verge of collapsing. Mehta grew furious, as the RBI was also pressuring him. Meanwhile, Poonam made a video in which she uploaded her real state. After this, people finally understood that what Radhe had been saying was true, and Mehta's problems grew even worse. Mehta tells Dayal that he is now badly trapped. To this, Dayal advises him to take some money and run away. Since Mehta had 2,000 crores, Dayal tells him to hand over 1,500 crores to him, and then take the remaining 500 crores and escape. After hearing this, Mehta was shocked, but he had no other option. Dayal assured him that he would arrange his stay in London. Mehta agreed, handed over 1,500 crores to Dayal, and began planning to leave India. Meanwhile, Radhe submitted all his reports, and it became clear that the 17 rupee scam was only a cover-up for a much bigger scam. Just then, we see Mehta packing his luggage and boarding a plane to London. While he is seated on the plane, a staff member approaches him and tells him there is something strange in his luggage. After hearing this, Mehta rushes over and sees that his luggage is full of mud. That's when we learn that the airport cleaning staff also had accounts in Dubank, and they knew Mehta was trying to run away with their money. So, they filled his bags with mud and hid all the cash in the garbage cans. Later, the money was collected and brought to one place, where RBI officials and the police were already waiting. The police then arrested Mehta. Mehta calls Dayal, but Dayal is furious because Mehta had told him the scam was worth 1,500 crores, yet he had only given Dayal 600 crores while trying to run away with the rest. Meanwhile, Radhe was very happy because thanks to his efforts, the scam had been exposed. Along with that, he forgave Poonam, and their relationship improved.